There's been good progress since last month's Crime Watch, with 4 arrests so far and 1 man charged with murder. There was a tremendous response on the attack on a courting couple in Tunbridge Wells. A peeping Tom, who had been pestering couples for months, had turned from a nuisance into an armed rapist. 320 viewers rang, some reporting other incidents involving prowlers and some giving names of suspects. In particular, police would like to speak to one woman who rang the studio on the night of the last programme. She was very distressed, but she gave a name. Now, if that was you, will you please ring us now? Please do. 01811 8055. There are new leads too on the smash and grab raid at a jeweller's in Middlesbrough. Despite attempts to stop them, the gang escaped with £26,000 worth of rings. Here too, detectives are checking individual suspects suggested by Crime Watch viewers. And police say they're delighted with help they've had in hunting the murderer of Lionel Webb. Lionel, an estate agent, was shot dead in his office in North London in a crime that might have links with drug dealing. Several viewers rang anonymously with information on the drugs, and most of those have kept in contact with the police. As a result, Detective Inspector Bill Cutt, who's in charge of the investigation, says he now has 2 vital pieces of new information. He's also found more people who were in the area at the time of the killing, including a young girl who'd been passing the office. But he'd like a caller who's rung twice to call again. It's the viewer who had information about a couple who were coming out of Lionel's office at 5:45 on the night of the murder.
Well, also in last month's programme, we showed the picture of a man wanted in connection with a series of deceptions which have taken place all around the country over the past 4 years. A viewer watching the programme in Bridlington thought she recognised the photo as the man she'd seen in the local fish and chip shop earlier that same day. She contacted her local police, and as a result, a man was arrested at that chip shop the next day. He's now remanded in custody, charged with 5 cases of deception.
Well, now to Photo Call, a portrait gallery of people police would like to speak to, some of them caught in the act by security cameras. See if there's anyone that you recognise tonight. To introduce them, here's Superintendent David Hatcher.
First, a robber who was caught on a security video as he held up a building society in Southampton on the 17th of March. He handed a plastic bag over the counter, pulled out a knife, threatened the cashier with it and demanded money. He's described as 6 foot tall, between 25 and 30 years old, with dark hair and a moustache. He was wearing a distinctive sweatshirt with "Life" printed on the chest. A reward is being offered, so if that face is familiar to you, please call us. Next, we'd like your help in tracing this man, Jack Chandler. We believe he may have information about a series of thefts and deceptions totalling £150,000 across the south of England. You may know Jack Chandler as Paul Stephen York, or Paul Hardy, Richard Terence Hardy, Paul Scott, or David Allen Beck. That last name may well have been thought up because of a particular liking for Beck's beer. Indeed, he's described as having a large beer gut, as well as being 54 years old, about 5 foot 8 inches tall, with grey hair. He's well spoken and has expensive tasting clothes. If you can help, please get in touch. Colleagues at Finchley in North London need your help in identifying this man. He was captured on security film as he carried out a robbery at the TSB Bank in Watling Avenue, Burntoke, in Edgware on the 28th of March. He produced a gun from inside a rolled-up newspaper. He then ordered the cashier to fill a plastic bag with money and escaped with £1,600. He's in his mid to late 20s, tall, with mousy brown hair which is receding at the temples. The cashier remembers that he had tattoos on the back and knuckles of his left hand. Ring us if you recognise him. And we'd like to know the whereabouts of this man, Donald McKnight. Officers from West Yorkshire want to speak to him about a series of thefts across the north of England in which women are befriended in public houses and their cash and jewellery stolen. McKnight is 52 years old, tanned with dark brown hair and a beard. He has a Yorkshire accent and is always smartly dressed. Call us if you can help with this or any of our other Photo Call faces.